So I have another thing to talk about. I guess people probably have been misled or misconversed about me without talking to the individual source because of things that were in my personal space and or against my will. Like for example, the hospital bill and stuff like that had nothing to do with me. It was actually against my will. I didn't do anything. Um, I was actually getting away from these people following me and hacking my stuff, and also programming things around me, largely because I had money and things, and I had to get away. I was actually having problems coping with going forwards because people, obviously, as we were high technologically, wouldn't get out my personal space. So since they wouldn't get out my personal space, I kind of had to get away because every time I got a job somewhere, it was kind of hard for me to work because things kept going on around everywhere I was working. So then I started to just have crazy anxiety. So then after that, um, let's see, I decided to try to do something so I could just make things and build things. And I thought it would be okay. So it would only last for a few months, but things started to happen, and I had to work out and stuff, and so it kind of got more complex and ended up being for longer, and things just kept getting more complex. People kept taking my money. um, I never really did get to find anybody because things got more complex for me to find people just to build things with, or conduct experiments or build things. So that was another complexity over time. It was really simple, just to find somebody to build things and make money with. But I mean, everything over the internet was really statical because of how complex everything was on the ground. So after the accumulation of space and time, and or constant curvature, um, besides trying to find somebody to conduct and or build things with, because I have a lot of things that I can make and or can build from cement to technology to, I mean, like lots and lots of things we can make. Um, Even workout equipment, I have a lot of ideas and they're pretty cool and nice. I just don't have anybody to do them with and or drive with, um, and or have the money to complete them. And I went to a few factories or whatnot. But anyways, back to the main topic of the conversation was the drive around and or getting around the distortions of the people following me. Since the people that were following me were kept making everything more complex, I kind of got what is it, unemployment or whatever. I had some help at the moment because of the complexities of people following me. On a large scale, people with money, and it was complex. And I couldn't go back to school because of the complexities. Um, so I ended up um, getting the money and still looking for people to make things with, so I can get away from all of these problems. I currently have to move, and I currently have to find other situations. I don't want people to carry on things that were a distortion about who I was individually, because it had nothing to do with me. You know what I mean? No, I don't do like those group things, and no, I don't you know I'm not like disabled or anything. I'm just I just had like high anxiety, and I was giving myself implants and a lot of things that was complex to curvature and or to heal with. I was in a car accident. That was probably like the how I was able to get financed because of my car accident. But I'm perfectly fine now that I got to heal. But um, I still have anxiety, and I don't really know that many people, and it's really hard to cope whenever everybody's always so distorted about have no clue. They just carry on the things that have nothing to do with who you are individually as a system, and our coordinates are would never really be able to align with the accumulation of things that has nothing to do with the system. The surrounding would always be the decay in the field because of the mis let's see the misunderstanding of the systems that never made any gravitational contact to you individually as a system of coordinates. Since the other systems can only make gravitational contact to you, it would only be an indication of direct energy contact. such direct contact can only make a clear conversion and or translation of space and time as a system of coordinates. Coordination can always be through, you know, obviously the various laws of motion, Newton's laws, and gravitational exertion on the force. So I wasn't really trying to talk about those things though. Again, I was just talking about the getting away and the stack distribution of trying to start my company, but also trying to find somebody because after I got in my car accident, I've been linear dependent on somebody because I'm an independent system, thus linear dependent on a linear system for the for things because I know I after my car accident I've just been like so spacey and or like far from the ground, but like you know somebody that would be closer to the ground and or have a a connection or connections and stuff like that would like probably help me out because like I'm like way too far in space. I don't know how to explain it. You might think I'm crazy, but I'm not crazy. There's nothing wrong with me. It's like I can talk to you for hours about space and time and space. But not like space and time of the planet. The planet would just everything on the planet would be under the clouds and our gravitation would be based on the planet's gravity based of just electronic ground. Electronic ground will always ripple various spontaneous possibilities and potential energy. Energy ripples can always ripple out in many different ways depending on the mediums. Um, so I'm not really trying to talk about general relativity and or special relativity. The special relativity would be me and you if we interact successfully. All right, so getting around the discomfort and or the confusion of the people that always distort individuals and getting around everything so we can just make a clear, successful translation of people trying to live their own lives and get, make successful contacts so we can carry on and force access, right? I mean, because the economy isn't going to take us anywhere. So we have to, like, basically live our own lives and not just, be distorted by these people who just talk and spread rumors about people, which make it really complex for us to live our own lives. Okay, so um, if you have any more questions, you can always talk to me directly. A direct message that would always work too. All right, so later.